Pammy.
Hi.
Tell me about your cancer.
A year and 9 months ago, I think I was diagnosed. It's lung cancer that has metastasized to my brain. So it's the tumors in my brain that are causing the biggest issues. The cancer in my lung was actually very tiny, and a little bit on my
Adrenal
gland. Yes, thank you. So I started off with a brain surgery where they took out one of the tumors that was close to the surface and easily removed, and they biopsied it, and then they did radiation to my brain, and they started chemotherapy and did radiation to my lung and adrenal, and things seemed to shrink real well, and I was supposedly doing very well as far as the cancer was concerned, but I was very, very sick. I remember when Meghan Markle got married to Harry was the big, big day that I started the vomiting that was pretty much nonstop for several months. You know, the little sip of water and it would come back up. And so it was very hard to keep food down. Slice of toast with a little bit of peanut butter, some tea, some soup. It was very, very difficult. And but I got through that and ended the chemo treatment and just waited to see. And sure enough, the cancer came back even more aggressive. So the spot in my lung has sprouted out and spread. The tumors in my brain have grown. I ended up in the hospital a couple different times. The tumors in my brain would swell and fluid and add pressure. And you know, the first way I know that it's not right is I get really bad headaches and I lose all my balance. I mean, my balance is bad to start with because there's a tumor right there, you know. So that's like the first thing that goes is my balance. It's never really good, but I can, you know, as soon as it starts getting worse, I know there's a problem, and I start getting bad headaches. And usually they up my steroids because they help reduce the swelling and such. But then they have to wean me off of them because I can't stay on those high doses of steroids. So I started another chemotherapy regimen. Had an allergic reaction to one of the drugs. So at this point I'm just doing the other two drugs, and now I'm kind of at the end of the first sessions of that, and it's time to do an MRI and a CAT scan to see if they're working. Because if they're not working, they're going to have a new plan, and if they are working, then they got to figure out, you know, do we keep the dosage the same, and, you know, for what length of time do we continue.
You lost your thyroid. You see your thyroid?
Oh yeah, that was the first round of chemo. You know, my thyroid went, which is easily taken care of with a pill, and basically, you know, my hair thinned out a little, but I had tons and tons of hair. I don't know if you'll see any old pictures, but I had a lot of hair, thick, thick, thick hair, and it only thinned out the tiniest little bit. You couldn't tell really. This round of chemo, it didn't take long at all for my hair to go. came out in big clumps. It was in my food and everywhere. I couldn't stand it. So, got my head shaved because I couldn't stand having big clumps of hair everywhere. And I find it strange how the hair on my head fell off, but I still have my eyebrows and eyelashes, which is a nice thing. But pretty much my arms and legs used to be very hairy, and now they're just very, very, very thin, straggly hairs. My skin has become very thin and weak.
You're tired all the time?
Tired all the time. Nausea this time around, not as bad as last time. I throw up occasionally. I feel nauseous occasionally, but I have much better control over it now.
That's why you keep your bucket there?
That's why I keep my bucket, because this morning I got feeling a little off, and
They know you're coming at the chemo place when you have your little bucket coming, and they think it's so cute that you keep your bucket with you.
yeah, well,
They're nice. They're nice to you over there, though.
Some of them, yeah, some of them are very, 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 well, not, they all are. They're all just very compassionate. Or they have a very hard job. When I had my allergic reaction, I mean, they were just so fast. It's like, oh, I just felt like hot. And all of a sudden I was surrounded by doctors and nurses, and it's like, I didn't even know what was going on. I just thought I was having like a heat flash or something. And they knew immediately it was an allergic reaction to one of the chemo meds. And they were, all over taking care of me. And they're always so, okay, we're going to do this drug, we're going to do this drug. Can I get you some crackers, some juice, something, anything, a blanket, pillow, anything to make it as comfortable as they can. And they're just always got a big smile, and I love them, and I can't let them know how much I appreciate the good care they give me when I'm there.
What do you think about life when you got first diagnosed? What went through your mind about your life?
Well, I would say the day before I got diagnosed, I thought I was going to live, another 30 years, and I had plans. We had like bucket list kind of, we were going to go here and do this and this and this and this, and I was, just had moved to Philly, was going to get a nice Philly job. I was going to be a city girl, and I was so excited. And then in one day's time, it all changed, and I don't know that I can say that I was scared or angry, but I was kind of disappointed that I didn't, because I was like fixing up our house that we just bought, and I was like, oh, I got so much to do, and I'm not going to be able, to do it. And it was disappointing. I guess was my biggest feeling was disappointment. Running out of time to do the things that you want to do. So if there's things you want to do them now. I mean, we were ones that we got this, and we put everything off. Oh, next year, and then next year's gone, and the next year's gone, and the next year's gone, and you don't do it. And that's so. Yeah, I don't regret the things I've done because they were life experiences. I regret the things I didn't do. So, and it made me appreciate the people I love so much more. My mother, Amanda, Sylvia, everybody. And Kimberly, oh, God love her. She's so funny, and I miss her so much, and she's so far away that I don't get to see her, and it's just incredible. And it makes me worry for the little ones like Mason and Jackson. because they've got a big life ahead of them, and the world's changing so fast. And, it's like I'm not going to be there to help, but they've got a big, big family, so they'll be fine. They've got a lot of love. They got a lot of people taking care of them. But cancer is not fun. Chemo is not fun. I kind of don't like the commercials where they show everybody, oh, taking this cancer drug or that cancer drug and just living this great, great life, because I don't think that that's reality. That's not the reality I live or I see. And I mean, I want other people to recover and be, successful beating their cancer. But I don't think they should mislead you to think it's so easy, because I don't think it's easy no matter what your diagnosis is and whether you're cured or not. I don't think it's easy. It's a hard fight. I'm terminal. Mine's not curable, which is fine. I accept that. But if you have a cancer that is curable, it's still hard. You're in for the fight of your life. And that's the biggest thing, is going in that it's a fight. You're at war. You're at war with cancer, and you're at war with the chemo drugs, because chemo drugs are like an army going in your body, killing things. And they're supposed to be killing the cancer, but they accidentally kill other stuff too, like my thyroid and my hair, and
Do you believe in heaven?
Oh yes, absolutely. I know there's a heaven, and I know there's a spot waiting for me. I can't wait to get there.
That's great.
Can't wait to get there, and all my pain and suffering will be gone, and hopefully, I was a good soldier. But yeah, I can't. I'm excited to go and see everybody.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.